If I had known the episode was going to be this awesome, I wish I reviewed it sooner. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is Solomon Adams giving my latest review of Naruto Shippuden episode 450. Hey, Rivals. This is the last episode of the Jiraiya Ninja Scroll, Tale of Naruto arc. This is finally, yes, after 7 weeks of this stuff, now it ends. Now we and I mean, it starts out with Sasuke, after they defeated the Akatsuki, Sasuke's gonna go back with Naruto, but he's not gonna go back to the village, and he wants to change his way. I like the rendition of the music that was. There was the whole creepy Akatsuki music, the old evil music, and they had in at we first started at the end of the last episode, and he brought back that same action sound. Oh, like like smoothing that it's like smoothed out the edges as Naruto and Sasuke were fighting, and them trying to counter each other and using their best moves. Sasuke using his sword, Naruto using his kunai knife, Naruto using Rasengan, Sasuke using a lightning blade. I mean, and I'm not talking about his Chidori. I mean, a real sword made of lightning. That just made it cool. The animation itself was spectacular. I really liked it. Like this stuff is not something you're not supposed to see till much later, till like we get to the end of the story. Like this has some qualities of end. This has some of the qualities from the last final battle that you get to see in the manga to previous battles that we've seen both in the manga and the anime. Like everything that's wrapped up to this point, like its boiling point, just all comes out at once. Sasuke is talking about how things were different, how they were raised differently, how they first met. Like for example, Naruto first met Sasuke and back in the Ninja Academy entrance and opening ceremony, and it was Naruto's father Minato who asked Sasuke and his father Fugaku to be friends with his son. But Fugaku replied they would make rivals than friends, and that's ironic. He really said so. Sasuke in this whole arc, and if you guys read the story, you know what happened. Sasuke, he tried to be his best. He grew up, tried to fulfill his father's needs. He tried to do his best to set an example, but it didn't go. Naruto didn't have a family, but in this story, it's rewritten. I mean, Sasuke, he tried to be the best. I mean, and that's what he was. He was the best. He was one of the best ninjas in the villages and in the story. But he always but the problem with him is Naruto. Like he tried to surpass Naruto as best he can because he doesn't want to be like him. He doesn't want to uh, you know fall behind his shadow. I think there was this one. There's also this other story. I'm mostly just part of this was a little bit of flashback. There's one story about this puppy got swept up in a river. Sasuke tried to save it, but then some man said, if you don't go, if you do, you'll be swept up in the river as well. But then Naruto, he managed to jump in the river and save the puppy, but he got caught up in the current, and so his father had to save him. Sasuke felt so envious of Naruto at the time because he was unable to move. Ooh, he tried to move, but he was stopped. But he couldn't move forward after that. He always felt like he had done something wrong after that because knowing that Naruto was the one who saved the puppy and not him, and like he's always been envious of Naruto, even though he's tried to become better than Naruto in every way. Naruto was the one that always laughs after things, making jokes and things, and not taking things too seriously. And that is Naruto's personality type. Well, Naruto, he doesn't want. He wants to prove that he becomes the best. He wants to be the best, even though he is a loser. He is a loser, but he tried his hard, and it doesn't mean just because someone's better than him doesn't mean he has to fall behind. Right? They both bring out the best in each other and the worst in each other. That's one of the quotes of the story. If you guys know this, then you understand how I feel. You don't, you don't. Like you have to at least watch the series for a long time, but you understand, and be a big fan or not a big fan or know the details, but you understand what I'm getting at, right? Like this story itself, I wish so hard that this was canon, but it's had to be, but it's not canon, it's filler. Anyway, the story continues, them bringing out the best. Sasuke using his Mangekyo Sharingan, Naruto using Sage Mode, Sasuke used Inferno style flame control. Naruto using tail beast mode. Hey, using their best attacks. Actually, like I said, they bring out the best in each other and the worst. And I mean, these two are literally the strongest ninjas you have seen in the history of Naruto, or in the Shinobi world for that matter. But the problem is they can't control themselves sometimes. But Sasuke, he always wanted to surpass Naruto, wanted to be better than him, and doesn't want to follow his shadow. While Naruto, he doesn't want to abandon Sasuke to the darkness that's in his heart. If you guys understand that, then you get my feeling, right? He doesn't want to leave Sasuke alone to suffer in the shadows of fear, and being envious. Yes. And as they both bringing out their using their best attacks, that's still not enough as they charge for each other. And I know I'm giving a lot away in this episode, in this chapter, in this review, but you gotta understand the way I'm feeling. This thing was definitely one of the best, and something I very like. But I'm just sharing my opinion with you, and you guys have your own opinion, so you can tell me, what you feel. Well, one of the things I gotta note is this episode did end, very auspiciously. I'll get to that in a moment. I mean, as the fighting ends, they're both hitting each other, acknowledging that they both gave it their all, saying that punch hurt, you fool. A punch from a friend always hurts. Like they both bring out the best and worst, worst in each other. I said that a lot, and that's one of the things I like. And Naruto is the kind of guy who doesn't give up. Sasuke always wanted to be the best, even though they may not be, um, they might not be, complete friends. They do know and acknowledge each other. They do see each other as, the people they want to strive to make them stronger. So that's something I respect. And remember, if you guys know about Masashi Kishimoto, you know his idol was Akira Takayama, the creator of Dragon Ball, and he described Naruto and Sasuke's relationship like Goku and Frieza. I would say Goku and Vegeta a little bit, but but that's my opinion. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. That's definitely a shout out to Dragon Ball Z. If you guys are Dragon Ball Z fans, you like this, that's one of the things I gotta know. And it ends, finally we get to know that the whole thing ends. This is all a dream. Tsunade read Jiraiya's book, and knowing, and this is just, I remember, unfortunately, this is just part one. No, Jiraiya wanted to make a second book, but he never finished. But he never finished it. But this is all in Tsunade's head. She dreams, wakes up, she see Jiraiya, but instead that's her lover Don. Don is Hokage, and Don wanted to dream of becoming Hokage like her little brother Naoki. And in her dream he became Hokage. Her little brother Naoki was Orochimaru's student at one time, but seeing Jiraiya being as perverted and messed up in the head, this is like a flash. This is like her dream world. Even though there was part of her that didn't like Jiraiya as his permanence, Jiraiya and her were friends. And one of the things that took my breath away the most. Remember, this is all fake. This is all in her head. And what's worse, that she's wrapped up in that cocoon spear, from the from the god from the divine tree, the god tree, and she's under the infinite Tsukuyomi, and this is just, and her dreams are not her own dreams. It's just the creation of a madman's will. This is all Madara's will infecting her head. Giving her dream world. I know it sounds a little messed up that her fantasy world is creation of another person's will, and what's worse, a horrible man, an evil person. But that's part of the episode. I'm not the one who made it. I'm just telling it as it is. Anyway, I still like the episode for the rest for the rest what happened in between. So all the animosity between Naruto and Sasuke that came to a boiling point through these episodes really came out in this whole episode. Like this was the end, and right now in the next episode it's gonna be the Itachi arc where we get to see Itachi's past, him as a kid, seeing his relationship with his best friend Shisui Uchiha, how now Sasuke was a baby, how Itachi got to be a big brother, how he fell into all that stuff. I know we saw some of that during the history of Kakashi. People were hoping we could get to see his face, but we didn't. Anyway, it was a good episode. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Next one, I thank you. This is Solomon Adams, gave my latest review of Naruto Shippuden episode 450, Rivals. This is one of my favorite episodes. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the comment. Thank you. Bye. I really like